Well, I hope you enjoyed that little intro there. That's the latest Loggerhead title screen I've been working on, so it's pretty much a work in progress. A bit of a bam in the face, which is nice. So as you can see, since my last video, I've done quite a lot of work on this game. So Loggerhead is a third-person tank control Resident Evil / Silent Hill retro horror, and I am Affordable Cat, the developer. It's set in Australia in the 1980s, and you and your partner are being chased by these kind of mutant loggers from the 1920s. So, weird concept, I know, but trust me, it'll all make sense when you hopefully play the game. So since my last video, I've made a few changes, a few updates, and I've just started building a little bit more on the characters. So as you can see, I have these sort of primary logger enemies that will sort of hassle the player at different points in the game. This guy here seems to have like a big fungus log for a head. These red boxes are basically just where the player gets hit, so they're just hit detection boxes. Which will, you won't see when you play it, obviously. Here this guy featured in my first video, so he's my sort of pipe smoking hipster logger. He looks pretty cool. I've got this guy here with a tin hat and a tree growing out of his guts, which is cool for the horror vibe. And then there's this guy over here. He's wielding 2 axes. He's got a big chunk of wood growing out of his head and a cigar. He looks like someone famous, and I don't know if someone can tell me who the actor is. Yeah, I know he looks a bit mutant there, but definitely his face. So, yeah, I'll have to do an IMDb search and get back to you on that one. And then the last one, this is sort of the main antagonist I'm working on. So he's like, sort of like your persistent enemy, your Mr. X, who sort of chases the players around the level, and he's quite tall and fearsome. So some other features I've added to the game since my first video. This is Unity loading again. It's lots of fun. My computer's kind of struggling a little bit. Is a trap system. So not only will you have guns and weaponry like that at your disposal, and melee weapons, you'll also have the ability to trap the loggers for a short period of time, which could let the player get a speedy getaway, or alternatively you could sort of pin them in a spot for a while and just sort of pump them full of lead, which could be quite fun as well for the player. Moving over to some other things now. This is everyone's favorite feature in every game ever made, and that is the exploding red barrel. I just couldn't bring myself to make a game, a shooter, without it. Now my last game didn't have this, but this game does. So you can all breathe a massive sigh of relief that I have included the quintessential exploding red barrel. It's just got to be done, and of course this could damage either the player or the enemy if they're within this kind of radius. So I'm still fine-tuning it. I think this is a bit too small. I might need to make it a little bit bigger. Some other features I've added. I'm just working on some more of the pickups here. So I've got quest items, things you've got to kind of collect to unlock puzzles. And then some more standard equipment, so your first aid kit, your bear trap, and good old sticker TNT. So rather than a grenade, I figured you'd be more likely to come across dynamite probably in an old kind of mining or woody place than a grenade. But I thought that would be fun to throw in as well. And then over here, I've just been developing the puzzles in the game a little bit more. So I know at the moment they kind of just look like blocks of cubes of color, generic dev cubes. But trust me, this is where these will soon become amazing puzzles to be solved. So one where you need the wrench to stop a steam pipe shooting steam. One where a boarded up door that requires the axe to cut through. This is actually Doesn't look like it at the moment. This is a keypad style puzzle, and this one here is you need an item to do a thing. So it's just about, you know, templating everything. And then I've also done some cool death animations, which I'll show you shortly. So I'm just going to turn a few of these loggers off because they'll all walk into each other and be really confused. And I'm still very much working on this, so this is a massive work in progress. But this guy here, he's sort of probably the closest to where I've got the behaviors. So if we watch this, we should see him get trapped. So I'm hopefully going to play that for you now. Alright, cool. Oh god. Okay, so he should walk into this trap and we should see him get snapped. Yeah, there you go. So he's sort of pinned for a while, and this will give the player a chance to kind of to shoot him. I think he gets back to his patrol route. His vision's not really good, so you know, you can't really see. I'll pick up some stuff here. So I've got a first aid kit now. Trusty first aid kit, so no matter how badly you've been beaten half to death, it's amazing what a couple of band-aids and a bit of paracetamol will do. Okay, so I've got a bear trap now, and I've also got this handy stick of dynamite. So let's see if I can show you some of this stuff in effect. He's walking over there. So I'm going to sneak over here, and hopefully it doesn't see me. I'm going to drop a trap. Okay, the trap is dropped, and hopefully he just walks straight into it. And I might try and hit him with some dynamite. Okay. Oh, he missed. Hey, you. That's right, I'm talking to you. Cop this. Yeah. Let's see if that blows up. Got a long fuse on it, and also I really have to fix the range on it. It's not very generous. So let's see if I can just get a bud. Oh, there we go. Alright, now it's going. Alright. Get on the trap. Get on that trap. Yeah, suck. Suck this. Yay. Alright, cool. So yeah, as you can see, sort of, it's his kind of like, I'm really angry. And he sort of, takes some wild swings at me. Now I'll show you the death mechanics. I'll let him just sort of beat me to death. Come on. Come on, you can do better than that. I think I leave the... Oh, there we go. What you can hear in the background is the existing model of him continuing to just get beaten long after he's died. Of course, I'll fix that. So, and then this would obviously just restart the game. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool little loop there. So the next thing I can possibly show off is the awesome power of the exploding barrel, which is what we've all come here to see. So again, this music loop, I like it, but I don't know, but it's not going to be sort of persistent in the final game. I just kind of keep it there to kind of keep the atmosphere going. Alright, so I'll get close to this. There's poor old Tracy over there. She hasn't had a chance to dance yet, because I've just been trying to get the mechanics of the first player going before I'll start working on her. Okay, I'm going to shoot this barrel. As you can see, instant death if you stand too close to an exploding barrel. So there you go. So as you can see, made quite a bit of progress. I've got most of the key enemies done, and then I'm sort of thinking about these kind of littler enemies. Here in Australia we have the oh, there's a giant fireplace that's come out of somewhere. We have the redback spider, so I might have to give him the red stripe, and maybe he can hang out in a toilet or something. I've got the rat, which I'm hoping to kind of pass off as a possum, you know, like a mutant angry possum. And then I've got the hell dog that look a little bit like the bad dogs from Ghostbusters, the original movie. But yeah, I was thinking more like a pig shooting, hunting kind of dog gone wrong. Still haven't decided yet, so I haven't really done anything on these. They're just sort of standard assets I've dropped in there for now, and then might start playing with some AI. So next on the agenda would be just obviously polishing up a little bit of this. I've got to polish up the interaction fighting the loggerheads. It's not very smooth at the moment, but I just want to get the core gameplay elements down, and then obviously move into cool things like locations and developing the story a bit. I sort of don't really write. I don't have a clear. I'm really bad. Don't take any game design advice from me, because I plan things very poorly. I kind of fly by the seat of my pants and make changes as I go, and to what I see, you know, working in with the story. And sometimes my limitations as a programmer allows me to kind of go, oh, better change that. So that's where I'm at. Again, thank you so much. I appreciate everyone watching this. Like, subscribe, get the interweb algorithms or whatever it is cranking for me, so I can get people interested in this game. If you've got any feedback, if you've got any questions, if you want to know how I'm doing this, if you're a developer or you're starting out, and you want to, you know, ask a question about how I'm doing some of this stuff, yeah, feel free to comment below. Again, like I said in my first video, I'm going to link in the bottom. I've got a game on Steam, Martha, which is a first-person horror game. You can see a bit of gameplay here. It's about a very persistent old lady who chases you around a house. But it's cool. There's lots of puzzles and things like that. I've got very, you know, positive reviews, and, you know, I'm a solo dev, so any support would be awesome. You can also follow me on Twitter and Facebook, and I'll post links below to my social accounts. So once again, thank you so much for taking the time to support me and watch this video. And yeah, just God, how do you finish video?